G'day, welcome back to another episode of TOGL. Yesterday, Kayleen and I headed down to Launceston where we picked up a second-hand car because we needed a second car, and we also picked up the timber mill. So there's half a ton of timber mill sitting on the trailer there. That's what I'll be spending today doing, getting the timber mill unpacked and assembled. So I'll video that probably in a time lapse because it's going to take me a while, and you can see me assembling that. 2 days ago when I was up here, I set up the game trail camera on a carcass, a wallaby carcass that I'd picked up off the road. It was a fresh kill, so it didn't smell, thankfully, but I set that up down in the gully and set up the game trail camera, and I just wanted to see what's around. I'm hoping to catch some really interesting footage. Well, I certainly did. I checked it this morning. It's been sitting there for 48 hours. There was just under 3,000 files on the game trail camera. It was going off. It looks like it does a 20-second video and then 3 to 4 still photos and then a 20-second video, so long as it's detecting something. So it started off with a pair of crows or ravens hopping around, picking up the carcass, and then just before sunset we had a beautiful big quoll come in. I was really excited to see that quoll, and it came in during daylight hours. So we've got some really nice color footage to show you of that quoll, which I'll put that up shortly. There'll be several minutes of animal footage from this game trail. I was amazed at what came in. So then just after dark we had a Tasmanian devil come in and have a bit of a pick as well. They seemed to tag team throughout the night, the quoll and the Tasmanian devil. I'm not sure if it was the same quoll. I need to try and match the spots and see if it was the same, but I know it was the same Tasmanian devil all that night. I was surprised the next morning to see a wedge-tailed eagle come in. So there's some beautiful footage of a wedge-tailed eagle there having a go at the carcass as well. We also had what looks like it's a rat. I'm hoping it's a native rat and not an introduced species. I'll need to get some clarification on that. And then we had the quoll come back in again. We had a different Tasmanian devil come in on the second night, possibly a third, I'm not sure. It's interesting, I thought that the Tasmanian devils came and fed in groups so that they could assist each other in ripping the carcass apart, but apart from the two ravens, every other animal came in, had its little feed and then went away, and then a different animal came in. So yeah, we've seen some beautiful animals there, and I hope you enjoy seeing the footage of that. Right now though, I need to get to work getting this timber mill set up. Well, as you can probably hear, it's pretty windy here today, and it blew the camera off the tripod, so there's a bit of a break in the footage there. But everything's unpacked now, laid out on the ground nice and neatly in an orderly fashion. So now I'll just need to go through the manual, start on page 1 I guess, and just start assembling this. It's like a big Meccano set, but we'll see how we go. Let's just have a quick look now. I'll show you everything laid out. Well, as you can see behind me, the track's all laid out now. All the bolts are in, but just finger tight. So now what I'll need to do is basically get them all nice and straight and level, and then start to tighten everything up. I won't bother filming that part. And then the next part after that, well, I'll go and have some lunch, and then we'll start working on getting the actual saw assembled on top of the rails. Well, yesterday afternoon I had to wrap it up, and all I managed to get done was actually get the track level. It's quite a process. You level up one side and then the other side's out, and then you try and get that level, and then the first side's back out, and not only does it have to be level from front to back but left to right, and it took a fair while to get sorted out. Anyway, needless to say, with all the wind that was going on yesterday as well, I'd just about had enough, so I headed home a little bit early. Had some admin to get sorted out this morning in town, so back up here this afternoon, and the weather's a lot more pleasant. I'll be able to actually work in the shade today. So this afternoon the task is to actually get the sawmill now set up on the rails. So I'll set this up for another time-lapse video, and we'll see how we go getting the sawmill and see if we actually get it all assembled today. We'll see how we go. Well, it's almost there. This is the third day I've been working on this. I only did half days the first 2 days, and it's probably been about a half a day today. So 1.5 days, it's definitely been a long process, but I've taken my time. I wanted to make sure I got it right. A couple of times I had to undo things and redo them when I realized I'd done it the wrong way around. Or anyway, we're almost there. It's got fuel in it, oil in it, the water's ready. Just got to bring up some Allen keys tomorrow just to make some minor adjustments on a couple of the guides, and then tomorrow morning we'll fire it up and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get to cut some logs. Hopefully this assembly hasn't been too boring for you. Thanks for watching. Well, we had quite a lot of rain come through today, so I was unable to get up to the block and test out that timber mill. So the rain's due to set in for a couple of days, so I don't think I'll be back up there anytime soon. I've been editing the video today and I've got close to half an hour of footage there. Hopefully it hasn't been too boring. That's what fast forward button's for if it is, but anyway, we'll have to wait until the next video to see if that timber mill actually starts up and then to get some timber cut. So thanks very much for watching this one. I'm going to wrap this one up now so that I can get it up online, and on the next video we'll see the timber mill get started. I'll also be putting in about 300 meters of fencing with our neighbor in the next video as well. That's due to happen next week, so looking forward to getting that started too. Then we'll be able to get our Highland cows onto our block, and we're pretty excited about getting that happening. So again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.